Hi cuties, my name is Kozumi and this is the channel Nerdy Nekoma. Everything here is about Haikyuu chat stories and fanfic. Thanks for joining us today. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. And with that, welcome to part 2 of the Not Waking Up Challenge Polyship edition. Today's polyship is DaiSugaIwaOi. I love that one, as you know. And this part is going to be a little bit more on the hurt comfort side, but like hurt and comfort, so it's fine. And now let's start with the video. Other than Bokuto, Iwaizumi needed to put a bit more thought into his challenge because the others were already awake. Tooru, as the early bird he was, had awoken long before them, worked out, showered and prepared breakfast for all of them with Daichi's help. Daichi also got up pretty early every day, but no one could beat Oikawa to it. Iwa was just happy that he stopped calling him at 5 AM ever since they lived together. He was completely fine with waking up at decent hours, which was not 5 fucking AM in the morning. Suga, on the other hand, was always late if no one woke him up. No idea how he managed to become a teacher like that. Perhaps the children liked his sympathy in the morning when they were just as tired. Then again, he taught elementary classes. The little beasts never got tired. Iwaizumi always hears the screaming from the playground when he visits Suga at work, and that was already enough for him. Teachers like Suga truly weren't human. But he knew that before. No normal person would be able to handle Karasuno. That was even harder than looking after Seijo's most problematic player, aka Oikawa. Hey Iwa-chan, what's so funny? Just thinking of how much of a dumbass you can be sometimes. Mean, Iwa. Oikawa whined and Iwaizumi leaned over to kiss the powder away that started forming on his face. Don't worry, you are my dumbass. Not sure that makes things better. But Iwaizumi could see his eyes lit up slightly, even though he tried to hide it. Our dumbass. Suga put his arms around Oikawa from behind and kissed his neck. You too, Suga? The smaller chuckled and sat down next to Kawa, leaning on him for support. How long did you sleep? Suga hummed. A while. Ko, you know that too much sleep is not good for you. Oh, come on. I have to get up early every day. Let me have the weekends. He looked at Oikawa with those damn puppy eyes, making his heart melt. Though there was a hint of mischief glistening in his eyes. Besides, sleeping too little is just as bad, if not worse. I always get enough sleep. Oikawa crossed his arms in front of his chest. Suga leaned closer. I remember something different about last night. I'm honestly surprised you're up this early, let alone that you can still work so effortlessly. I found the trip to the kitchen quite challenging. Oikawa's face flashed crimson as he seemed to choke on air. Iwaizumi did too, but because of laughter. The setter could be just as dirty-minded and sly and seductive, but when someone pulled an Ono reverse on him, he always turned into a flustered mess. And especially Suga had a talent for such things. Not to mention that his ability to put on the most innocent smile afterward was almost infuriating. Iwaizumi yawned and let his head slump against Oikawa's shoulder. better start the prank now before the others would get too distracted. Huh? Iwa? Iwaizumi mumbled something incoherent and snuggled closer. See? I'm not the only one tired. Oikawa frowned a little. Are you alright, Hajime? Yes. Just tired. He overdid it on purpose. He was a horrible actor and hit his face against the fabric of Oikawa's shirt. It was a miracle that they seemed to fall for his poor performance. Okay, since it's the weekend... He threw a swift, teasing glance at Oikawa, who reacted with a pout. Why don't you relax a little? Get comfortable. I, for my part, am going to look for some leftovers for breakfast. He got up and made his way towards the kitchen. Oikawa sighed in defeat. Wait! He mumbled something under his breath. I'll make you something. A small smile tugged at the corners of Iwaizumi's lips as he laid down. Most people only ever looked at Oikawa and saw someone talented but also demanding, maybe even spoiled, but they all failed to recognize how giving, how caring he could be. So much that he would rather busy himself with cooking breakfast for a second time than leaving his boyfriend to eat cold leftovers. Iwaizumi pretended to sleep for almost 1.5 hours. He regretted this challenge by minute 20, but was too stubborn to just stop, and once or twice almost fell asleep for real. A wave of relief washed over him as he heard the keys rattle in the lock of their front door, announcing Daichi's return and therefore, hopefully, the end to this challenge. Well, the end and the beginning, since the actual challenge hadn't even started yet. Everything so far had only been preparation. Hey, Hajime, could you maybe help me with the bags? Daichi was panting a little from carrying the heavy groceries up the stairs to their apartment. Shh, he's asleep. Suga took part of the bags and brought them inside, accompanied by Daichi, who looked more than just a little confused. Asleep? Yeah, we must have really tired him out yesterday. Oikawa grinned and gave Daichi a playful wink. The younger blushed a little, but his frown remained. Dai, what is it? He looked at him with gentle eyes while putting the groceries away. It's pretty unlike him, don't you think? Suga hummed in agreement, and Oikawa gave first Daichi, then Iwaizumi a calculating look, before leaning over the back of the couch and inspecting the other closely. Hey, Iwa-chan? Suga laughed as Oikawa started poking the trainer's cheeks slightly, and Iwa did his best to keep up the act. Iwa... Come on, you have Daichi all worried. Wake up. Just by his tone, Iwaizumi knew that Oikawa was pouting, but also that he was slowly getting worried himself. It was nothing more than a slight change in his voice, the tiniest variation of his tone mixed with an almost inaudible hesitation. Iwa! He must be really tired to sleep this deeply. Suga tried keeping the mood light, but his former cheerfulness was gone as well. He heard steps coming closer, and it sounded like Daichi made his way towards them. Oikawa had no such patience. With one swift move, he swung himself over the back of the couch and landed almost painfully on Iwaizumi's chest. Hey, Iwa! I'm gonna eat all your favorite snacks that you bought if you don't wake up. Oikawa's threat fell on deaf ears. Iwa! He gripped his shoulders tightly and shook him. He got more violent the longer Iwa stayed silent. Hey, Tooru, love, it's going to be fine. Be careful. Oikawa's breathing turned heavy. Why is he not waking up? Iwaizumi could feel gentle hands on his chest and short strands of hair tickling his nose. He is breathing. Instead of calming the others, Suga's statement had Oikawa stumbling back in shock. He almost fell from the couch, but Daichi caught him. Slowly, Iwaizumi's conscience crept up on him. If he waited any longer, he would take it too far. Kawa, I'm sure he's going... No, it wasn't supposed to be him. What is this? A curse? First me, then Daichi, and now... Suga gulped. Tooru, don't worry, I'm fine. Iwa! Iwaizumi sat up even though Suga tried to keep him in place. Without a second of hesitation, Oikawa stomped forward and threw himself around Iwaizumi's neck. Careful. Don't worry, I'm fine. His eyes met Daichi's, who looked skeptical to say the least. I promise, there is no such thing as curses. He chuckled as Oikawa huffed. Still, you have to admit that it's a weird coincidence. Not really. He grinned. I just had to get you back, babe. The former ace hugged Oikawa tighter, already prepared for the tirade that was about to come. You... I hate you. Iwaizumi laughed. Oikawa whined, Suga let out a sigh of relief, and Daichi sat down beside them, a hand over his heart. I love you too, Tooru. If you just had to get back at Tooru, what about Daichi and I? Yeah, we didn't deserve this. He tried acting mad, but a small smile pulled his lips upwards, which was probably the after effect of the adrenaline still flooding his system. Collateral damage. Iwaizumi shrugged his shoulders. Don't look at me like that. That was just a quote from Tsukishima. Not my problem he had such bad role models. Hey, I hope you don't mean us. Suga laughed. If you do, what does it say about you and Oikawa? Our team was always very polite and... What about Mad Dog? Or the chaos couple with the hobby of confusing and teasing others? Mad Dog doesn't count. You can try to tame that beast. You forgot that we had at least 2 of those ourselves. Yeah, and when it comes to gossip, Tsukishima is about on the same level as Maki and Madsen combined. They laughed and argued about whose team was more chaotic, with the result that no one could surpass Karasuno in puncto chaotic. So this is how it's done? For me, it looked like you got scared at the end. I can't wait to see you try. Yeah, you can't tell me you'd continue when Yams or Shoyo would start crying. Oikawa didn't cry. He was close. Was not. You knew exactly who I meant, so yeah, he was. just because he's a bit dramatic sometimes. Aw, does Iwa-chan feel bad now for his own challenge? Shut up and do the challenge yourself. Don't tell me you got nervous now, afraid about your boyfriend's reaction. Your childish attempts of manipulation won't work on me. Sure. But hey, I get it. It's not too late to chicken out yet. I never said I would. But you will have to wait a bit. We have extra training today. Can't do the challenge when I'm not home. Thanks for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed the video, and the third part is going to be out very soon. I promise. Yeah, I hope you liked this part. If you did, consider leaving a like because it really helps my channel grow. And if you don't want to miss out on anything in the future, like the third part for example, consider subscribing. And I hope to see you soon on this channel because obviously you are amazing and it would be a real loss if you would not come back, so... Also, if you have any requests, leave them under the community post for requests, and now have a wonderful day!